people, I mean, how to be a really good journalist. And that's another problem with the system now. Because I'll answer the question. Because what's happened is the managers that that run these journals have figured out that most of us would do it for free if we don't really go broke. In fact, a lot of us are now. And so you get young, hungry people, eager to do what they're told and don't have the experience. And you need the experience of. So a guy like Dickey, Christopher Dickey, Chris, he does Newsweek and a bunch of other stuff. But Chris is in a cab in El Salvador, and he's been there a long time, and he's kind of gotten used to the place. And good advice. I think I forgot to say this in the book, but when you go, take immense notes the minute you get there. I quote John Lee Anderson as saying this: take immense notes because you'll forget things afterward. But Chris had been there long, and Dickey gets in a cab with him. And they're driving along, and they're both listening to the woman talk, and on and on. And so Chris writes about what she's got to say. Joan mentions the name of her perfume. So that anybody in New York that's on the 14th floor of 555 blah blah takes a whiff of that perfume, gets it exactly. And the it is something that every good journalist knows, which is people are much more alike than they are different. I mean, all these things about, this, that, Look, human beings, I mean, the software is different, hardware is the same. Or the other way around. But, I mean, you see this everywhere you go. I mean, mothers, want enough food for their kids. Fathers want the kid to do a little bit better than they did. Both of them want a little bit of security. It's like, anyway, so when I talk to my students, I'm always talking about cultural bridges, crossing cultural bridges. It's the ability to go to some place, understand that culture and that context, and that reality, and then bring it across a bridge to the culture to whom you're reporting. And these days, it's much more important because there's just absolutely no difference between domestic and foreign news. I mean, Joe Sharkey of the Times, is about to go to jail in Brazil because he survived this plane crash and wrote some stuff that some people, I don't know if you follow this case, it's a great case where
He's an idiot.
But the point is, he said something, and general citizens in Brazil are suing because it's, what's the law? You're not allowed to besmirch the reputation of Brazil. But anyway, the point is, you write something at your mother's kitchen table in South Dakota, you're going to hear from some lawyer in Mumbai.
But you are teaching your students how to be